Polish Titanic discovered 1,350 meters above sea level in Mountain Lake. Deep in the Tatras Mountain range in Poland is the Morskie Oko, the Eye of the Sea, a lake surrounded by soaring mountain peaks and feted for its clear air and dramatic scenery. As far back as the 1850s, it had already become a popular resort destination. A tourist guide from 1858, written by Maria Steczkowska, tells of pleasure craft and fancy rafts amongst other attractions. Dr. Titus Chalabunski, a local doctor from Zakopane, was also credited with popularizing the beneficial attributes of the lake, and so by 1908 the sheer number of visitors meant that 2 seagoing lifeboats were launched on the lake to provide pleasure cruises for visitors. The local Tatra Society was talked into the purchase by Valery Eljaz, the 2 vessels supplied by a Bremen boatmaker who also supplied similar craft to the Baltic-Prussian Sea Rescue Service reports. It is thought that they put to use not only the ferry passengers around the spectacular vistas of the Morskie Oko, but also for use as rescue boats should visitors get into difficulty in the bracing, health-giving, icy waters. The boats proved popular but difficult to maintain, and just 4 years later an appeal was set up by Mariusz Zarewski to restore both vessels. Zarewski was a founding member of the Tatra Volunteer Research and Rescue Group, TOPR, the group that has just recently released photographs of the newly rediscovered wreck of Serena. The discovery was made during a routine training exercise by the search and rescue team 5 years ago, but the pictures taken by photographer Sławomir Paco were not released until recently, causing a storm of interest on the internet in Poland and across the world and giving rise to the epithet the Polish Titanic. As time passed and war raged through the country in the middle of the 20th century, the boats, christened Swistak and Serena, disappeared from regular use, but survived the chaos of World War II. What happened to the boats in the intervening years was a mystery, as few records were kept, and in the 1980s the lake's jetty was dismantled, removing a historic remnant of the mountain's lake nautical history. The Morskie Oko has been dubbed one of Poland's natural wonders and still draws tens of thousands of tourists every year to marvel at the spectacular setting of the lake. Such a place has attracted many myths and legends. One, that there is an underground channel connecting it to the Adriatic Sea. Another, that a fortune in coins is embedded in the mud on the lake bed where generations of visitors have tossed them in for luck. Today, the lake remains inaccessible by motor vehicle and is a 2-hour hike from the nearest tarmac road. The only other means of access is by horse and cart. In the winter, the route is more dangerous and passes through an avalanche danger zone. Swimming is banned unless part of a specialist group. The Baltic-Prussian Sea Rescue Service was founded in Kiel on March 29, 1865. Supplied by boat builders from Bremen, it operated almost identical craft for inshore rescue work. In the years since, it has gone on to set up 54 lifeboat stations with 185 employed crew and more than 800 volunteers. In 2005, it was estimated that the service had saved some 72,000 lives. In 1935, it was taken over by the Luftwaffe Seenotdienst, the Nazi air sea rescue service, and employed new, innovative, coordinated rescue plans, including rescue buoys moored far from the shore. The model was adopted by other coastal nations, including the UK and USA, who saw the effectiveness of air-sea operations in saving lives.
The world is filled with stories going viral every single day. But how many of these sites can you actually follow? We understand that your day should start with positive stories, stories that resonate with you. And so we started JoJo Stories. Our mission is to create meaningful stories that cover everything from animals to anthropology, history to environment and lifestyle. The kind of content you read on our site will be one you'll want to share with your family and friends. We hope you'll join our growing family and be part of our community. Welcome to JoJo Stories. JoJoStories.com.